Christmas deck, and it's got a little camera like it's been vlogging the same as we did. A little Statue of Liberty snowman. Very cool as well. These are actually paper. They're actually made from paper. How beautiful is that? Someone's with a tree. And then I had to get this. Central Park, Tavern on the Green, little beer glass for Jack. And I love this. We're gonna have this as like a coffee table book. How beautiful are the pictures. So we got that one. Oh, I can't wait to look through it. So we got that one for the coffee table. And then we got this one that are recipes and stories from New York. So I'm gonna have this one in the kitchen. Oh, what a dream. And with each recipe, it gives you the recipes, and then it gives you little stories. Oh, these look so good. Gives you little stories with them too. So I'm gonna get a recipe holder this week and pop that in the kitchen, because lots of nice things happened in New York and we want to be reminded of them. What you don't know is that I've just showed you all of that looking like this. I thought I would do a beauty sleep lush face mask before I got in the shower. So I'm just currently doing a face mask. I'm all unpacked, all the candles are on, first load of washing is in, and I'm gonna be in my pajamas, I'd probably say in the next 15 minutes. Goodness, it is so cold in the house. Oh hey YouTube family, I thought I would jump on because there wasn't a lot to vlog today. We literally landed at 9:30 this morning. We got our bags, went back to mum and dad's, who had done us some lunch, and then we just celebrated and had a little bit of a lowdown on New York and everything that had happened. And then we got back to ours probably about 3:30, and then we unpacked. There's a couple of loads of washing, I've done a face mask, all of the good things, put some things away, and now I'm just chilling in bed. It is only 6:30, but we've missed one night of sleep because we left New York at 9:30 at night and arrived here at 9:30 in the morning. You can't class the sleep on the plane as a sleep. I will not allow it. So I will probably be asleep very, very soon because it is first day back in the biz tomorrow, which is really exciting. But I thought I would do like a bit of a lowdown, a bit of a chat of New York, of what we planned before we went, how we found the experience, some do's and don'ts. I don't know whether anyone will be planning to go to New York right now or you'll want to go in the future. But I thought it might be nice and might be some good information for you to know. So first things first, we actually mapped a lot of things out before we left. And I think the reason why I really wanted to do this is because New York is so big and there are so many things going on that it can feel overwhelming if you haven't got a plan. And I remember when me and mum went in 2018, and we didn't really have a plan, and we were literally like, we were flapping around, and we would like, on the first day I remember we did so much that could have been spread out across the days, but we were like, oh my God, we've got to get everything in. We've got to do everything. So what I wanted to do this time round was be really clever with what we did on what days. And actually when we were planning the trip, this is what the diary looked like. I was meant to show you this on a vlog a couple of days back and we forgot to put it in, but I'll put it in now. we actually started looking where our hotel was, which was the public hotel, kind of near NoHo, I think is what it's called. Kind of Greenwich, Soho area, so a little bit further down the bottom, which I loved that area. I felt a lot safer in that area, let's put it that way. So we actually mapped the days from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. We mapped them out like per section of New York. So the first thing that we did was like right in the center, the Rockefeller, the Empire State, the Grand Central, like everything, Bryant Park, Market, like everything that was around that section. Then we had a day where we were like Brooklyn Bridge, Dumbo, 9/11, which was kind of in a section in itself. So like everything that we did in sections, which meant that you didn't have to like constantly keep getting the underground subway. I was gonna say it's definitely not called the underground over there, which meant that we didn't have to keep getting the subway, which meant that we were like just in one area and then we could walk to the different spaces to what we'd booked. And I found that really, really helpful, which meant that you weren't kind of zigzagging across. The other thing that we did, which we kind of introduced when we got there, was breaks in the middle of the day. My ankles, my feet were so sore. I think we kind of averaged on about 25k steps per day, 25,000 steps per day. So there was a lot of walking, and that was with us being like quite strategic with the subway, and we were getting Ubers every now and again. There was still a lot of walking. So what we actually did is we left quite early in the morning to go and do things, had a break in the middle of the day from like, we would get back to the hotel about 1 o'clock and have like 1 till 3, and then we would go kind of start getting ready for the evening, and then go and do the evening activity. That worked really, really well. Jack loves an afternoon nap. I'm not a napper in the day. I always feel really groggy after it, so I never really nap in the day. But just having that decompression time, it also meant that I could keep showing up on social media because I had that space. I launched a new mini mind while I was out there, which I've had incredible people sign up to. So it kind of gave us that decompression, crack on a Christmas film that was on the TV, and just have that time to like chill at the hotel. We played pool on one of the days, which you will have seen, etc. And that was really, really helpful. That was really, really good. So on to my next point, we actually started going out really, really early. One, because of jet lag. So we were like, I think most days I was probably up by 5. But we would get out and like get to the first activity for 8 o'clock, say. And this was so helpful because I feel like New York doesn't come to life till about 11, 12 o'clock. So the Empire State Building, like everything that we did that was like the Edge, everything that we did, we booked really early. Like, well, 10 o'clock was the earliest you could book it, but we booked the earliest we could book. And what it actually meant is that there was like hardly no one there. And really quiet streets. The Bryant Park, like the Bryant Christmas market was really quiet, and it just made the experience so much more enjoyable. I saw so many TikToks that's like a big group, a big crowd, and it's like, if you think about coming to New York at Christmas, don't. And we never really had that experience of a big crowd apart from Saturday, which I'll go on to another point, but we never really had an experience of a big crowd because one, it was a weekday, which I think is easier. We did go into the center on Saturday. Was that yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. It was hell. It was hellish. I would not want to experience that. So we were like, I would recommend going on a weekday, not a weekend. And we were just getting out and getting going like really early, which really, really helped. Like we literally walked up and straight onto the Empire State Building, like straight up to the top. We walked past there yesterday. There was a queue wrapping round the building. I'm like so many people. So yes, so weekdays I would recommend and starting off early. Have I talked about everything? Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. That kind of wraps up our trip. The one thing that I did want to say as well is that the public hotel where we stayed, which was phenomenal, like absolutely phenomenal. And we booked it ages ago. We booked it back in June when we first booked the flights. And we didn't think anything of it. Like, it was really bougie, it was really quirky, it was like exactly what we wanted it to be. And then a couple of days just before we flew out, I started to read reviews. I never read reviews, right? I never read reviews because it is someone's opinion, it is someone's map of the world, it's how they're seeing things. So I never read them, but I started to read them and I was like, oh my God, like, no, there's no one there to check you in. Like, it's all like, it was all via a computer screen. Like, people were like absolutely berating it. And I fell into a bit of a like, hang on, like, do we need to go and book somewhere else? And we were like, no, let's stick with our guns. And isn't it so fascinating from one person's perception to another? Like, we walked in and I was greeted by two members of staff who walked us to the thing, who helped us book in. We actually booked an extra night because we weren't supposed to be getting there till the Tuesday, but we got there on the Monday. I asked for a room with a really nice view and they completely did that for us. Like, they couldn't be more accommodating. The room couldn't be more perfect. Like, everything was just amazing. And like, can you imagine if I read that review and then didn't book there and like didn't have my bougie drapes and didn't have that view? Like, it's just so crazy what people put online sometimes. And I'm just so glad that we followed our gut instinct and stuck with it, because it really truly was so magical. So yes, that is my little review of New York. I think obviously my favorite day was the engagement day, but I loved all of it. I absolutely loved all of it. And I think we'll probably put in to go again, maybe kind of next year for anniversary and stuff. But I kind of think New York is one of those places that once you've done it once really, really well, once or twice, it's kind of like it just starts to get very samey. So it will always hold a very special place in my heart, especially the skyline as we're in the helicopter. And in a couple of days time, me and Jack are going to sit down and tell the engagement story for one of the vlogs next week, tell my thoughts on what I thought was going on, and Jack can kind of share his. It's just so funny, like replaying and retracing all the steps back has been really cute to do. So yes, I will see you tomorrow for day 12, I think we're on now. I will see you tomorrow for day 12, and I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog. Mwah. Night.